What's going on, YouTube world? Jay coming right back at y'all once again with another exciting video and another exciting topic. I want to talk about how I miss the 90s, the era of the 90s, uh, 1990 to 1999. Now, the 90s era was an amazing era for me. You know what I'm saying? My quality of life was better. Um, it just was a real feel good era. I can honestly reminisce of a lot of amazing times I had. You know what I'm saying? I really had fun in that era. You know, and back then things were a lot better. You know, in general, I'm speaking of now. Relationships were better. The quality of people were better. The quality of life was better. Um, and I'm sure that you guys that's listening to this video can also relate. Um, you know, um, even back then, you know, it's not like it used to be. Currently, fast forward 20 something years later, you know, and the music, the music was better. TV shows were better. Uh, in the music, particularly the hip hop music, we had better rappers. Rappers were talking about real stuff, social and political issues. They would tell a story about their lifestyles. Um, you can gain some info from it. Um, they were conveying a message. You know, you could even benefit from what they were talking about back in the 90s era. And that's when hip hop, as most of you guys should know, it was thriving back in the day. Back in those days, versus nowadays and what's going on currently, you don't hear nothing but bullshit. Like I said, um, money, cars, clothes, women, partying, drinking, sex, smoking, and violence. It's all our hip hop, rap music is about nowadays. No substance. There's no, nothing that you can really gain from it. And our generation of today really don't see that. You know what I'm saying? All they want to hear is about somebody else's lifestyle. They really don't understand the meaning behind the music that they're buying. All it is someone's else's lifestyle, and you can't benefit from listening to what somebody else say about them. Usually in an arrogant, egotistical sense. You know, money, get like me, and all that old bullshit. Y'all know what time of day it is for all of those who hate today's hip hop music. Um, it's garbage, y'all. It's foolishness, and I know I have said this many times before. And I grew up on the likes of LL Cool J, Big Daddy Kane, Eric B. and Rakim, Heavy D, Curious One, Public Enemy, and that's just to name a few. Those guys, you know, had it going on back in the day. And that's when, like I said, that's when rap and hip hop was was thriving back in the day. And I wish that that these guys could come back and take back and claim back um, the music that was going on back in those days. And replace this garbage that's corroding our airwaves and brainwashing the minds of many people who's buying that bullshit. You feel me? Or not only buying it, and the ones that's listening to it as well. You know, I'm not gonna talk too much on that. But even I want to talk about the R&B a little bit too. R&B, you still have some good artists. Some good artists, and some of them um, still have longevity. Some of them are still in the game. Um, that came out in the late '80s, early '90s, and some of them you don't really hear from anymore, or very seldom. You might see them on TV, or they may make a small cameo in a TV show or a movie. Uh, you know, Back then, then just say the late '80s and the '90s, throughout the '90s. Uh, you had L.B. Shore, Keith Sweat. You had R. Kelly. You had New Edition, Boyz II Men, Jodeci. You had the rock and uh, male singing groups. Um, in the New Jack era, with Guy and Bobby Brown, and just to name a few. And also on the female side, we had quite a good female acts. Also, we had Anita Baker, uh, Mary J. Blige. The groups you had SWV, you had In Vogue, and also Escape. You know what I'm saying? That's when the music was thriving, y'all. That's when you had real good feel of music. And they talk about love, and they would talk about sex, but not is so vulgarly expressed. You know, back in the day as opposed to now. You know what I'm saying? It's just the same old, same old. Like I said, granted, there are a few good R&B artists nowadays, and some of the people that's from back in the day in the '90s, late '80s and the early '90s. They still got it going on. Big ups to them. But now, I said, like, fast forward 20 years later, it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's just bullshit, y'all. And also, um, you had you had great cartoons back in the '90s era. You had the X-Men. You had Thundercats. You had Animaniacs. You had Beavis and Butthead. Just to name a few. I'm not gonna go on and on with that, but just to name a few, all those cartoons pretty much came out within, unlike the late 80s and throughout the 90s. Maybe it stopped mid 90s or something like that, somewhere around that time period. And also, you had great TV shows back in the 90s era. You had the Jamie Foxx show, you had Martin, you had the Wayans brothers, you had Different World, 227, stuff like that. Just to name a few again with the TV shows. Versus um, today's current TV shows. It's BS. All this old reality TV garbage. What I'm saying? Nothing but perpetuating violence and drama. That's what people want to see nowadays. It's garbage. All these old um, Real Housewives of Atlanta or whatever, Real Housewives of whatever. There's a couple of other Real Housewives, Orange County, and all that old garbage. You have the single ladies. You have basketball wives, and you have the Ocho Cinco or whatever that shit is. The Terrell Owens. Those two guys. They have a reality show. Just all these old bullshit ass reality TV shows. Nothing about you know. It's nothing but simping and paying women's way just to get with them and all that old bullshit. It's competing for love and affection. Uh, Knockout fights, women pulling each other's hair, not being ladylike. It's all for ratings. And primarily, and I'm gonna say it because it's true. Primarily, women are the ones that's watching that. You don't really, you're not gonna really find too many gentlemen that's watching these type of shows. Women shows. These are basically women shows. The audience that watches this garbage is mostly women because women love drama. At least most women do. And they want to see that. And if you don't believe me, you can check on the internet. Especially on Facebook. I get a lot of comments that somebody posts about these type of TV shows. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna go on and on too far with this video, but that's just something that I wanted to put out. And there are a couple other guys on YouTube made videos about this as well. And that's just my take on it. I miss the 90s, and I know that we can't ever get back those days. But I wish that somehow that we can, some of the things that happened back then could happen now. Especially with the music and the TV shows. I wish that could be replaced. Could replace this garbage that's being aired on our airwaves now. Like I said, that's just my take on it. That's the way that I feel. Um, Anything else that I wanted to say before I close this video out? Well, y'all take care. And as always, I'll be hitting you guys up with another video and another topic real soon. Take care. Peace.